Have you ever wondered what a contestant's soundtrack of their life would actually look like? Well, you're in luck because last night was the Group A finals for The Masked Singer Season 12, meaning it was Soundtrack of My Life night as we had the Buffaloes, Woodpecker, and Ship all competing for a spot in the quarterfinals. We had a double unmasking on the line, as well as the Group A champion making it through to the quarterfinals, which in a few weeks' time. But we've got so much to talk about this week because I have to say this episode was not only very good, but it was very, very chaotic in my eyes with a pretty shock elimination we had this week. So let's get straight into this recap and review. So yes, last night was the soundtrack of my life for the Masked Singer Group A finals for season 12. As I mentioned, we had Buffaloes, Woodpecker, and Ship competing for the quarterfinals. We also had a double elimination this week, and I have to say, like I mentioned just a moment ago, we had a pretty shock elimination of a fan favourite this week, in my opinion. So, which we'll get into in just a little bit later on in the video. But also with the Masked Singer this week, which happened last night. Tonight is also episode 3 for Hell's Kitchen season 23, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Last week we lost Amber from the red team. So we lost Amber last week, which I felt was definitely the right choice in my eyes. But also for this upcoming episode, apparently we have a quit. I feel like we've got a medic evacuation this week. And I may be another elimination, like a normal elimination. So I feel like most likely Corbin is going home this week. But in terms of a quit, I'm not too sure who's going to go home. But yes, that's that. Also, for my recap and review for Hell's Kitchen for tonight's episode might not be tomorrow because I'm going to be pretty busy tomorrow with stuff. So you either might get it as normal in the afternoon, or you'll get it tomorrow on Saturday. So it just depends, but I should hopefully get it by tomorrow or Saturday. That's my goal. But enough of that. We've got to talk about the Masked Singer season 12 from last night. So we had the group performance tonight. Not tonight. I keep thinking tonight. I don't know why. But we had the group performance, which was Buffaloes, Woodpecker, and Ship, which they all performed High Hopes by Panic! And the Disco, which is a fire song. It's such a good song. And, I love that song so much. I've literally played that on my Spotify playlist for so many times. It's just such a good track. I thought it was a great group performance. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I loved hearing all their voices. The harmonies together were fantastic and just really, really good. So, and also, Nick mentioned that the bell is coming back this season, the Ding Dong Keep It On bell, which I love the bell. I love when the bell comes because we get to say an eliminated contestant who may have gone out too early. Last season, I feel like with Poodlemoth getting saved, I felt it was a bit of an odd choice as I felt they were kind of peer pressured into doing it. Where in my eyes, I feel like it should have been the Beats who should have gotten the bell in my eyes. I felt Beats should have absolutely been the bell instead of Poodlemoth in my eyes. That's just my opinion. You may agree. The bell is back this season. I'm very intrigued to see who gets ranked for this season, and I feel like Rita might ring it again because I feel like there's no one else to have rang it this because we've had all the judges done it. We've had. I don't think Nick is allowed to. I don't think, but I feel like Rita will probably do it because But I like the bell. I really like the bell. So that's the bell, which will be rung once in the Group A finals. In the group finals, I mean, which at first I felt like I wasn't too sure because back in season 9 where they had it so one from each group would get in, and there'd be a separate episode battling out, which I loved because you'd get to hear another performance from them from like a separate episode, which I really liked. So yeah, so that's that. So that's the bell. That's really it I have to say for the bell. So that's really it. So now let's talk. So we're going to talk about it. So we're going in the order that was the outcome for this week in terms of the elimination order. So Woodpecker was the first out. So we'll talk about her first. So I'm going to get Google up because why not? I use Google quite a lot. This week she performed "Put Your Records On" by Corny Bailey Ray. A song I've never heard before. But I thought she sang very well. I feel like while she wasn't going to be winning Group A at all, I feel like her getting to the Group A finals was something I was very happy to see. As I feel like her Footloose performance of the Bonnie Tyler hit, I really, really liked. I feel like she had grown her confidence so much that week. And I feel like her confidence as well also did really well this week. So, yeah. So that means she was unmasked and it was revealed to be Marseille Martin. And I was indeed correct on her. This was a week one guess. I said it from week one. And I was indeed correct. So, going through the closer we had. So she came from a far long line of strong women. Regina Hall, Hamburger with the Globe, that was there. Trying to find some. Yep. The panel now basically the panel were definitely stumped on this one. But Nick actually pointed out that he knew because he pointed out that she became the youngest executive producer at Hollywood age 14, and basically she speaks to many of the clues. She spoke about the clues about her career and the world record, which I all mentioned in my previous recap. The glasses were obviously a nod to her role in Blackish, as was the SAT test. And speaking of the beloved ABC sitcom, she actually gave us a clue talking about her love for shoes and someone styling her obsession. Now, this, which I never got to, I didn't actually connect that, to be honest with you. But it was Marseille Martin. I was correct on her this week. I think she did very well. And yeah, I'm very happy she made it to the Group A finals, to be honest. I'm very happy she made it as far as she did. I thought she was excellent. Now we have to talk about the second eliminee of the night, which was the ship. And I'm actually gonna take the time here to talk about this because I just needed to get this off my mind quickly, and you let me know what you think in the comments. Now for me, I feel like I'm just gutted. I'm honestly gutted that she's gone out this early because Paula Cole is I was gonna say because she was just fantastic throughout the season. I loved her performances. The fact I feel like she was up against Buffaloes was so unfair because both of them were so equally good. And I'm shocked she actually didn't get the bell. She didn't get stayed by the bell in my eyes. I feel like, but to be honest with you, I was actually I was actually processing this a while earlier, and myself, the Mars Central, and Ed Reacts. We actually mentioned we were talking about this earlier, and Ed mentioned that I felt and we talked about the belt, and I felt like we all agreed that. And I'm going to say my opinion because I feel like while I'm gutted to see her go, I can understand why she didn't get saved by the bell because, put in retrospect, had Ship won Group A, I feel like people would have complained either way if Buffaloes were eliminated and they didn't get rang by the bell. And I feel like it's very hard to process this, to be honest with you. But I feel like the reason it's so difficult to explain. But I feel like had she did get saved by the bell, I feel like I felt they were like I felt like they would have had it similar to where Bishop Briggs, where Bishop Briggs was saved by the bell in New York night. She ended up winning the competition. She basically won season 9, which I feel like she's kind of overhated in my eyes. I feel like Bishop Briggs doesn't deserve the hate that she won. I feel like she was very good, despite I feel like some of the screaming she did do was a bit too much, but I didn't really pay attention. But I feel like had they did save the ship, I feel like they would have had like a similar storyline where they would have they would have potentially had her win, and if but I feel like I feel like I can understand why she was eliminated and she didn't get the bell, and also if that also happened, people would have maybe complained that maybe someone in Group B or Group C would have deserved the bell more, if that makes sense. So yeah, I can see why she didn't get the bell, but I am pretty upset she did go home as early as she did because I know how good of a singer she is, and I loved her performances this season. But anyways, as I say, it was revealed to be Paula Cole. Jenny got it right, and I was also right. I knew it wasn't Annie Lennox because I've heard Annie Lennox's voice, and I couldn't. I just knew it wasn't her, Annie Lennox. But yeah, it was Paula Cole. I thought she was fantastic this season. And yeah, I'm just while I am gutted she's gone out as early as she did. I feel like that I can see why. I can understand why. I mean, you let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think she should have been saved by the bell? Do you think her being eliminated was understandable? Just let me know what you think in the comments below. Appreciate it. Anyways, we go on to the final act of the night, which was the Group A winners, which were Buffaloes. And I just have to say, I couldn't be more happier that they're in the quarterfinals. I absolutely loved their performance last night. The Bittersweet Symphony is such a great track, and they were just so. Also, I actually forgot to mention. I go for the clues quickly for shit. I just realised that she performed "Because the Night" by Patti Smith, and originally I believe that was actually a Bruce Springsteen song, but he actually gave it to the Patti Smith band. So she sang. Now she mentioned. So some of the clues for week 3, she sang for a backup. She's I can't speak today. She sang backup for an international singer Rowboat, which is a connection to when she sang "In Your Eyes" with Peter Gabriel on his concert from 1993 to 1994. Um, she she won the Grammy for the best new artist in 1998, and the connection with Leanne, because Leanne Rhymes, who was the son who won back in season 4. We got another cowboy clue, like I mentioned, with John Wayne, following the previous clues referencing to our song Where Have All the Cowboys Gone. The rowboat was a nod to Dawson's Creek, which he provided the theme song. I mentioned this last week as well, but she mentioned she broke her foot. Well, Paula Cole actually broke her foot, which was when she kind of focused on her music. Um, but yeah, that's really it for Paula Cole. That's the clues I was able to get for Paula Cole. So thank you very much, Paula Cole, for doing the show. Now we can go on to Buffalo. So I almost forgot about the clues for you know um now, Buffaloes, like I mentioned, I couldn't be more happier they're in the quarterfinals. They were just absolutely fabulous this week. And I feel like the fact we you can just tell that they're just such good friends. And I think they even mentioned after the performance that they've been around for a long time. They've lost lots and they've done loads of stuff, but you can tell like they're just the best of friends. They're always supporting each other, and it's just really really sweet. It was really sweet. But anyways, my guess for the Buffaloes is still with Boyz II Men. Like, you can't like, you really can't not recognize their harmonies. So let's go through some of the clues. So we saw the bell there, which I believe they're from Philadelphia. They lost. Now they mentioned they lost someone. Well, one of the members actually, the fourth member of Boyz II Men. I can't remember his name, but back in 2003, he actually um left the group because he mentioned because I believe he was struggling with scoliosis or something like that. I can't pronounce but there was a fourth member, but they're no longer in the group for stuff which they mentioned. And Jenny mentioned the Liberty Bell. The bell, which is like I mentioned, the Motown clue, the end of the road. There was a sign that said "Dead End." A very likely reference to their song "End of the Road," which is a banger of a tune. So in 1992, I actually got confused with one of the members because I was thinking of the member that left the group. I thought he passed away, but no. In 1992, their manager was actually killed. Which was why they were talking about when they lost someone, it's because their manager actually lost their life. They actually got killed. I can't remember what happened. There was a shirt that said the Super Bowl, and Boyz II Men performed at the Super Bowl halftime show back in 1998. They performed at the Super Bowl in 1998, reference to the shirt. And I feel like Robin would definitely know because he was a special guest at their 4 night Las Vegas show, and which was this summer. And this was actually very recently, before the taping. I think they started taping for the season. So I'm surprised Robin hasn't got it. And I know Jenny's got it. But yeah, that's my guess. I think it's Boyz II Men, and I'm sticking with my guess. And I have to say this now. It's only Group A, and I know we've yet to see Group B and C. We're seeing Group B next week, but I feel like it's gonna take some real competition to see Buffaloes lose, because I feel like as of right now, I feel like they're the ones to be in the competition, and the fact that we have them on the show is just incredible, and they are such an amazing group. I've listened to their songs so many times. I can't express how much I love this group. And I feel like it's going to take some Harp level to defeat them, because I just think they're just so out of this world. I mean, we've had so many groups on this show. We've had Wilson and Phillips in season 8. We had Hanson in the 5th season. We had In Vogue in season 7. We had Pentatonics in season 9. Season 9. I was thinking of season 10 there. But I feel like now we have Buffalo, and I have to say, I think that Buffaloes are probably one of the best groups we've ever had on this show. I just think they're just absolutely spectacular. I love them. I just love their voices. The harmonies are so good. I just think it's Boyz II Men. I'm so confident it's them, and I would love to see a group win this show. We've not had a group win, a group of singers win the Masked Singer. It's always been solo singers. But I would absolutely love to see them win the show. I just think it'd be so great to see. But yeah, that's really it for this week's recap and review. What were your thoughts on the episode? Do you think Ship was robbed, or do you think her elimination was understandable? Let me know in the comments below. Next week we are seeing Group B for the first time. We're seeing Dust Bunny, Goo, Bluebell, Wasp, and Chess Piece. Out of the 5, I'm very looking forward to seeing. There's 2 I'm looking forward to seeing. Wasp, we know, is good because we heard him in the trailer sing Justin Timberlake, so we know he's good. Goo is actually one I'm the most looking forward to seeing, because from what I've heard, he's actually really good, and so I can't wait to see Goo sing. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing. And it's sports night, so I'm very intrigued to see what the songs are going to sing. We know Wasp is singing "Rock Your Body" by Justin Timberlake. The others I don't really know. Apparently they've been leaked, so I've been trying to avoid spoilers, so which I've been pretty well doing. But yeah, that's really it for this week's recap and review for the Masked Singer season 12. What were your thoughts on the episode? Let me know your thoughts below. But anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe with post notifications turned on. I'd really appreciate that. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.